Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Nicole and I love makeup, and especially indie makeup. And we are doing two looks with the Arttitude Urban Neutrals and Vintage Neutrals palettes, like one look each. So in total we have two looks. I have these palettes for a few weeks now, but I didn't have time to film like a long form video. I've done some shorts or Instagram reels with these palettes, and I really did enjoy working with them, and now I wanted to show you on YouTube in a long form video these two palettes as well. They are really stunning. At first I thought I would enjoy the Urban Neutrals palette more because it's more cool tone, but I have to say I really do like the Vintage Neutrals palette. It is a little bit more warm tone, but it's also more colorful, not really neutral though. But a lot of people already have pointed that out. I have to say I really like it, and I personally consider these oranges neutral. So half of the palette is neutral in my opinion, but I really do enjoy both of these palettes. And now without any further ado, let's jump into the first look with the Vintage Neutral palette. For the first look I'm going to use the Vintage Neutrals palette, and I want to do like a green smoky eye. I think I want to use the more one-tone green, not the deeper but cooler tone green. And I will start with that shade. It's called Timeless. Okay, so I start by putting this shade into the crease. I want to build this up so it's really deep. And then I want to really blend it out. It's going to be a smoky eye, but I will work with some graphic liner in this look as well. I'm so excited to do it. Like in the look I did yesterday, which was the makeup of the month, I did a graphic liner, and it was such a cool look, and I want to do more graphic liner now. So I'm just doing this. I think it might be an all matte look because I want the graphic liner to have its moment, but maybe we'll add a little shimmer because the shimmers in this palette are amazing. So we just have to use them, if I'm gonna be totally honest. I have to say these Arttitude shades are really blendable, as you can see, and I could blend this out just by itself. But I want to use a transition shade. I'm just a little bit unsure because I kind of want this to be like in a gradient into a very yellow green. So we could use this yellow here. I just think it's not light enough for me on my skin tone to be a good blending shade. I'm just thinking about mixing the pastel green with the yellow shade so we get a lighter yellow leaning green. I think I might do that. Okay, so I'm just going back and forth between those two shades to mix them together. And then I take this and yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. And I just press this into the edge of the deeper green. I will blend it, and then I think we have a great start for this smoky eye. And now taking a clean brush, and I very slightly blend out the yellow green we mixed. Now I'm going back in with the first green we used, and I just re-intensify it and I perfect the blend. I really do enjoy this look so far. Like, I'm very happy with the blend, and this is what I really like about Arttitude shadows. They're so easy to blend. The mattes are such good quality mattes, and I love indie brands that have good mattes because the matte is the most important shadow in my look, because I tend to use, as you see, I've already used 3 matte shades, and I think I want to use 1 or 2 other mattes as well in this look, and I just need a lot of mattes and a lot of good and blendable mattes to just create a look. And that is why I just need my mattes to work. Like, I can live with a shimmer that isn't super intense, you know, but I cannot live with a matte that isn't good performing. That's just how it is. And now I'm taking the deeper green we've used and I put it on my lower lash line, but I focus it more on the outer part and then I bring it up to connect it with what we've done. This eye is still tearing. My skin, my entire skin is like a little bit fucked up and irritated because I've been using a new retinol serum and it is way more potent than the one I've used before. So I've only used it one time, but my skin is like a little bit irritated, which is to expected when you use a retinol, and I might have brought it too far onto my eyes, so the skin around my eyes is a little bit irritated as well. Which I said, it's to be expected. Okay, so we have to blend this very carefully because my eyes are watery. Which is, if you see any patchiness in the outer corner, it's not the shadow. It is my eyes just being watery today. So we just have to blend very carefully. And I think we might not get a perfect blend because of that. But it is fine. A not perfect blend is still better than everything being watered away. So, yeah. It's just how it is. I think I want to use the peachy shade and then I'm going to use the pink mixed with this beigey shade for the inner corner. I think that sounds like a good plan. So I'm taking now the shade Chic and I'm putting this here on my lower lash line, like as this pop of color. And now where I'm seeing this, I think having a pink inner corner would be too much. It would be too much. We don't do that. We just do this peach on your lower lash line and then we do a neutral like inner corner. So now I'm taking the shade Muted, which is this light beige, and I take this as an inner corner highlight. I really do love a shade like this in the inner corner because it's very light and brightening, but it's not too white, so it doesn't look weird. I really do enjoy this. But now I want to use the deeper green we've used, and I want to put this on the entire eyelid. This is always how I do like smoky eyes on my hooded eyelids, because I think if I start with the darkest color on the lid and I blend it out, it always doesn't go high enough, so I see it when my eyes are open. So I like to start in the crease, do like everything, and then as a last step I just fill in the eyelid like so, and yeah, do it on the other side, and then I will add a shimmer on top. For shimmers I want to use this one. It's called, oh my god, Reminiscence, I think. I take a little bit on my finger and I just pop a little bit in the middle of my eyelid. This looks, oh wow, this looks so stunning, layered on top of this deep green. This is really pretty. I just take a blending brush and smooth out the edges of this shit. This is the finished look basically. I will now add the graphic liner. You definitely could leave it like that if you like. I'll fix this later on when my eye had a little bit of time to calm down. But you can leave it like that, just add mascara or lashes and a liner and the waterline and you would be fine. But I definitely want to add like the graphic line. I have a few here from Glistening Cosmetics, like I have this green split liner called Camo, and then I have a few pastel ones that I want to use. So we have this strawberry pink one. This is going to be a intense graphic liner and I'm so excited for it. I've never done something like this before. really excited for it. Okay, I'm starting with the green one and I'm taking this super fine brush by Glisten Cosmetics and I mix both of the green shades together so I get like a medium toned green and not a super dark or a super vibrant one. Like I want this in between shade, and this is, I think these split liners are really great for something like that. Just you can mix them together and create a shade that you really want. So I'm starting here in the inner part and going like this. I need a closer mirror. Like I'm not perfect at creating like graphic liner. Trying to do the same on this side. Now I want to try something difficult. I want to do like... Okay, I really need a close mirror, I'm sorry. So I want to do like a circle and then flick it out like this. Okay, now I need to replicate this on the other eye and then perfect it. Okay, I think that looks okay. I like this side way better. This, it's just not super symmetrical, but it is the way it is. Okay, so I now wanna create some leaves. How do I do that? So I just think like so. Okay, I feel like this side looks way better in general. It's just how it is, okay? I think I also want to add some leaves like in the inner part. I would say now it's time to add some flowers. So I will start with the pink. And I will take the back of like a brush. So I just can stamp that on. Where do I want to put it? Like I have no space left because of all these leaves. So I just think maybe like here, like so. And now I perfect it and then I'll add a little yellow dot in it so it looks like a flower. Oh my god, this is the first time I'm doing something like this, okay? Be nice. Before I add the yellow dot in the middle, I want to let this dry. And now I think it's time for the purple. Okay, so I use this brush again. And now I want to put this like here. Like here. I think that looks cute. Okay, and I think I want to place the blue like here in the outer part as well, like the pink. I think that looks really cute right now. I just want to bring another like flower in the very inner part. I think that would look more balanced. When I use the shade Bubblegum as well, this is this really, really nice like turquoisey color. It's so cute. Okay, so I want to put this like here and I want to make it quite small. This isn't even the shape of a flower now. Okay, I kind of fucked it up, but that's fine. I'm using the yellow and I'm using just the darker side of this one. And I'm using a quite big brush. I just have to make one dot in the middle to finish these cute flowers up. So I've a little bit on this brush and I just bring it into the middle. It's really cute. I like it. I think this does look really, really cute. I'm really happy with it. Even though it's not 100% symmetrical, I'm really happy with the flowers I'm wearing right now in my eyes, and I will now finish up this look. I really do love this look. I think it's so much fun and it's so cute. Yeah, please let me know what do you think, and now we will jump into the second look with the Urban Neutrals palette. Okay, time for the look with the Urban Neutrals palette from Arttitude. I have next to no time for this eye look. I've literally just 15 to 20 minutes to get ready. I don't know. It's just a curse that I'm always getting ready too late. I don't know why. I could have got ready 2 hours ago, but I just didn't. I don't know why. And I want to do a quite simple brown smoky eye. I will use this palette more on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. I've done a few reels with this already. But today we're keeping it simple because I want to do a graphic line as well. And I'm gonna need some time for that. So I just want to do a brown smoky eye using these two shadows. And yeah, so I'm using this one to build up in the crease and all over the lid, and this to blend out. And if I use another shade, I will let you know. So I'll start with the deeper shade. I want to look quite straight into the mirror because we're doing a graphic liner that is also going through the crease, so we want to put the shadow quite high today. I'm just starting by building this deep brown shade up in the crease. Okay, I definitely should calm down because me getting stressed and nervous that I'm running late is making it way harder to actually put this on nicely and blending it nicely. So this is quite gray, but that's fine. That's fine. Then it's going to be a gray smoky eye. I'm good with that. I just thought it would be a little bit warmer by looking at these pens, but it's quite cool tone, which is fine with me. I do like cool tone shadows. Now taking a clean blending brush and I'm just going around the edges to really smoke that out. Now I'm going back in with the first deep brown we used and I just re-intensify it and deepening it up again. And I think then we will do the lower lash line. I think there's a little bit of glitter left in my brushes. So, oops. I cleaned them with like my spray cleaner. But sometimes there's just a little bit pigment left, but that's fine. I don't care. Okay, I think that blend is fine. And keep in mind we will put on some graphic liner, so we'll distract even though it's not perfect maybe. But I think I've put a little bit too much darkness in here for my liking. So what I'm gonna do is taking just a tiny bit of concealer on the back of my hand, and with a tiny bit, I mean a super tiny bit, like so. It's really not much. And I take like a brush like this, a little bit dense, a little bit precise, and I take a tiny bit and I clean that up in the front part. And then I go in with just the brush we applied the light shadow with, and I just blend the shadow and the concealer together so it doesn't look like we clean it up. Now what I'm gonna do is taking at the deep brown and I'm putting this on the lower lash line, connecting it with what we've created in the crease, and just blend it a little bit on the lower lash line. I don't want too much darkness to be there, so I'm just focusing the deep brown on the outer part. Taking the more fluffy blending brush and some of the lighter brown and just going around the edges to really blend everything out and together. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm taking now my Luperca contour palette by Shelby. Now taking some of the lighter shade, and I just take this to highlight underneath my brow bone. And this also helps to clean up the shape of the smoky eye a little bit. And then I take the blending brush and I just go around the edges. I don't have time to blend like a lot more, so I'm just taking the deep brown shade now and I'm filling in the entire eyelid with it. And then we will do really quickly the graphic liner. I hopefully can do it quickly. I'm using the Vintage Rose Water Activated Liner by Glisten Cosmetics. And I want to look like straight into the mirror. And I first wanna map out where the liner goes. with some dots. And then I connect the dots and I hopefully will be able to make it somewhat symmetrical. So I'm now connecting the first two, like something like that. And then like so. And then I want to flick it up, bring the other dot up. I like to do it this way. Okay, this is the liner situation, not 100% perfect and symmetrical, but definitely good enough. For that I had to hurry up. Now I will put on mascara, lashes and everything else, and then I will be right back to finish up the video. Okay, this is the finished look. What do we think? I really do enjoy it. But now let's directly zoom out and finish up this video. Both of these palettes are really good. I do really enjoy the formulation of the Arttitude Cosmetics palettes. At least these two that I've tried have a really amazing formula. The mattes are really blendable but very pigmented. As you can see, the smoky eye looks so good. So blended, so just... yeah, smoky. And it was kinda easy to do. I mean, if I had more time, I could have perfected it and it would have been even easier without the stress. But it still is a really great look and I really enjoy it. And the shimmer formulation is freaking gorgeous. Like, I'm not wearing a shimmer today, but I did it in the last look and I've tried shimmers out like in the past weeks. And they're just really good. Like, they're very similar, I feel like, to Bella Beauty Bar formula. In that they're very foiled and very intense, but they have a nice mixture of textures in there. They have some topper shades, some more opaque shades, some really stunning multi-chromes. I really do enjoy these palettes. But now let me know, which look was your favorite and which palette do you like the most of these two? And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It would help me out a lot, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!